Everyone is familiar with the 3U families. But Microsoft gives everyone the impression that it is a big man who is not bad for money. The XSX and XSS dual models launched in this generation plus the membership system of XGPU subscription. It is the most stable generation. After all, there has been no 3-red fault, and there is no forced bundling. There is no rollover either, and it was a bit quiet and a little unlike it. And the Xbox Series controller launched at the same time. It is even more highly praised. No matter what platform the handle recommendation post, you can see such comments. 5 years have passed since its release. Can the Xbox controller still be brainless? First of all, we need to know one thing: the Xbox controller, its father is Microsoft, so its advantages are innate. In terms of appearance, it looks very standard and what players see in the game. The handle used for labeling is exactly the same, so you can also understand that it is the standard. This sentence looks like bragging, but it really doesn't blow. Microsoft. As early as the Xbox One era, hundreds of millions of dollars were spent to build ergonomics. In the process of learning and paying tribute to third-party controller manufacturers for so many years, it directly gives the appearance of the handle a great unification. Therefore, we often mention that this is an Xbox-like mold in the review handle. Note that it is a class but not really one-to-one, because the appearance patent of the Xbox controller is still in effect at this stage. So smart manufacturers use fine-tuning of the shape to dodge trouble targeted by Microsoft's legal department. This is why it looks similar. But the original Xbox controller feels like the DNA moves as soon as you get started. But then again, based on the reasons just mentioned, directly brainlessly rushing the Xbox controller, it's still a bit too sloppy. After all, its real killer feature is actually the connection experience. The third-party handle flips the switch behind it when switching between platforms. Adjust the mode at the top. The lamp has a screen. You can quickly switch between them in the screen window. These are all good things to say. The most feared thing is that you need to use key combinations to switch modes. The handle will sit for a while. No one remembers which is which. On the other hand, the Xbox controller focuses on a brainless, even no need to remember at all, key combinations to switch platforms. The operation is very simple. Just press and hold the watermelon button on your forehead to turn on. Then pair whether it's Android, iOS, PC, and Xbox all connect very quickly. As the rule maker of Xbox and PC controllers, the Xbox controller connection is very stable. There is no receiver. With Bluetooth alone, there will be almost no delay. If you pair it with an official wireless receiver, then you can also connect 8 Xbox controllers at the same time to play. The premise is that you must first find 7 human friends who are willing to play games with you. This is more difficult than clearing a think tank. Let's talk about the parameters. With the involution of the controller in recent years, the parameters of Xbox have also changed from an advantage to a disadvantage. Xbox controller joystick tuning scheme. Since leaving the factory, it has been a third-party learning center point without dead zones. The cross-shaped dead zone outer ring adopts oval tuning. After 5 years of tribute study, most third-party controllers can now be tuned in the same style as Xbox. But in terms of return and resolution, Xbox controller 125Hz return rate and third-party, more than 1000 data are often used to compare completely. Not enough to see. 125Hz is reflected in terms of latency, which is around 8 milliseconds. But this delay control is hard to feel for most players. It is also limited by the cycle of host replacement. Can't be replaced like PC peripherals. But whether it's an FPS game or a racing game, it's completely sufficient. Playing Sweet on an Xbox console is even more enjoyable. Watermelon key to wake up the Xbox console with one click, and then directly turn it on. Although Microsoft has now licensed the Xbox platform to many third-party manufacturers. But the wireless mode is not fully open. So, if you are mainly playing the Xbox platform and want to be wireless, it is still more appropriate to choose a native handle. Another is the opening of XGPU Ultimate Membership. You can add a luxury game library on the console plus PC for free. It also comes with a free EA Play Family Bucket and a 20% discount coupon for the game's DLC. Xbox Console plus XCPU membership. Plus, the Xbox controller has a complete set. The Xbox ecosystem does not leave the house for 3 months. The light is in the house. The game is not finished. Now, third-party manufacturers are emerging in an endless stream. Roll configuration, roll price, various trigger locks to expand key resistance. Adjust the waist lever to switch the action button. Contains red burst gyroscope buffs. On the other hand, the Xbox controller, like an honest person, do a good job in the basic functions of the hardcore. Players may think it is too vegetarian. But for many people, this kind of foolish experience that can be busy when you turn on the computer, instead, it has become the biggest advantage. In addition, most of the support for Xinput and Xinput at this stage is currently available. The DinPut handles all use the Microsoft protocol. Other manufacturers want to innovate, can also only be done under established rules. So the Xbox controller is still the easiest to play on PC and Xbox platforms. The one that can't go wrong the least. In general, game novices or white-tossing classmates but Xbox basic version controller. For hardcore players who want a trigger lock, the detachable back key, wireless charging and a series of awesome additional functions. If you still want to get started, you can be busy and don't have bad money, I recommend the Xbox Elite controller. By the way, it will be roosting in a few days. I wonder if everyone in front of the screen is ready for the perch gift? If I were to say that I would give an Xbox couple, the controller would be a good choice. I have also prepared exclusive benefits for you here. When placing an order, contact customer service to report the Upmaster's name. In addition, the number of free Bilibili monthly cards is limited. First come, first served. BYBWD6